On today's episode, I'll be sharing devices and applications I use to track key data points on my keto journey. In addition, I'll be answering a few questions about why I'm using these apps, why I'm tracking the data, and how long it takes. Hi, I'm Steve, and you're watching Keto Steve-O. So before I get into my devices and apps that I use on my keto journey, I want to answer some questions I've been receiving about how long does it take and how much work is it to actually track all of this data. And you'd be surprised how easy and how little time that actually takes. So I've sat down and put together about how long it takes for each of these data points that I track daily. For the weight, body fat, I jump on the scale. It takes a minute. Everything uploads to the application on my phone automatically. I don't have to do anything. I get on the scale, it beeps, I get off, I jump in the shower, do whatever. For my blood glucose, which I test at least 4 times a day, sometimes 5, that's a manual process. Stick my finger, check it, and then I load that number into another app that I track my blood sugar. And the same with my ketone levels. My ketone meter, when I stick my finger for my blood glucose, I use the same blood for my ketone level. Again, that's one number, and I load that into my application to track. For exercise, sleep, heart rate, that's all tracked on my watch. I don't have to sync it. I don't have to upload anything. I don't have to write anything down. Anytime my watch gets close to my phone, it automatically uploads all of that data and tracks it months, weeks, years at a time. So all I have to do is go in and look at whatever data I want. So it's literally, I totaled it up, it's about 7 minutes per day to check all those data points and then have them stored automatically. That's all I do. And then after that, it's fun for me just to go in and play with all the numbers, look at my trends. Am I improving? Am I getting worse in some areas? Do I need to change my diet a little bit, maybe a little more exercise? So it's really, it's a very easy and simple process. So now on to the devices and apps that I use. The first one we'll look at is my scale, digital Bluetooth Wi-Fi scale. It comes with a free app. I think I paid $22 for this on Amazon, and it measures weight along with body fat, bone density, metabolic rate. So to use the scale, you simply place one foot on the scale and put some weight on it till the display will pop up, and it'll say calibrate, and then go to 0, and then place both feet. Don't wear any socks. Both feet on the metal that's there on the scale. It will measure your weight, then it'll send a little electric current through your body, and that's when it measures your body fat, bone density, metabolic rate, metabolic age, all the other numbers. So you'll know when it's done when it beeps, and that's it. So the application itself involves nothing except looking and poking at numbers. So you can slide the screen back and forth. You can look at what data point you'd like to track, if it's weight, if it's body fat. You can input your own weight and your goals. It also lets you track weekly. You can look at monthly trends, weekly trends, daily trends. You know, it's just up to you how in depth you want to go with using this. And again, I said before, it was $22, $24 on Amazon. That includes the app. It includes the batteries. The app's free. You just download it. There's no fees, no annual fees or anything like that. And it's just a really, really great product. Easy to use, and it lets you track, I think, one of the key points: people weight and maybe their body fat. That's the two big numbers that they want to compare and watch over time. This is a fantastic little inexpensive device to do that. Again, it goes straight to your phone. You don't have to track anything in a spreadsheet or on a piece of paper. It loads it and tracks it automatically. So just a fantastic product. So the next device I want to cover is my FitWatch. It also is incredible. It also is Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and it syncs to your phone automatically. The app is free. It comes with the phone, and it's 100% waterproof, very comfortable, very adjustable. I've got small wrists. I think it would fit somebody smaller than me or someone bigger than me. Touch screen display, so you swipe and press pretty much just like your cell phone, and it gives you all the data at a touch. You can set alarms. It has a remote control for your camera on your phone if you want to take remote pictures. As far as taking it apart, you just pop the band down on one side, and the device pops out. It's got the USB charger, and that plugs right into the side of your computers where I charge it usually. It takes half an hour to fully charge it, and very simple to use. Again, waterproof. It's in the shower. It's on me all the time. I take it in the shower. If I'm exercising, whatever I'm doing, it's always on. So it's, again, comfortable, inexpensive. I think this was $18, if you can believe that, on Amazon. It's not a Fitbit. And then the back, there it shows where the sensor is that captures your heart rate on the back of your wrist. Very accurate. And the reviews on this, I think there were 2,500 reviews, and they were all 4.5 stars or 4.5 star average. So just an amazing little, for 18, 20 bucks and a free app, incredible. So it will track your activity. You can define what activity, if you're jogging, running, weightlifting, stair climbing. It has all those different activities that will help track in that in your app. It also does sleep, so it tracks if you're getting deep sleep or light sleep or no sleep. It tracks your heart rate, what's your resting heart rate average. You can check your heart rate throughout the day. It also has a feature that lets you tap so that you can relax. It'll tell you to breathe in and then breathe out, and it just does that until you shut it off. So it's kind of a cool little feature. Lots of little features on this thing I have not even used. But for me, it's just tracking basically how much I walk, jog, or do stairs a day, how well I'm sleeping or not sleeping at night, and then also how's my heart rate. Is my resting heart rate decreasing over time, which is a good thing? Is it staying the same? So again, just a fantastic little device. You don't even have to think about it. You put it on, you leave it on, you take it off every 3 or 4 days to charge it, and then just look at the numbers in your app. So the next device we'd like to look at is my main app with my 2 devices for blood sugar and for ketones. So I use the Keto Mojo for measuring my blood ketones, the BHB rate, and then the Freestyle Lite for my blood sugar. So I'm not going to go through the gory sticking my finger and using all that stuff, but I'm just going to explain how I use the app. It's called My Sugar, and I stick my finger, I get my blood level and my ketones at the same time, so I'm not sticking my fingers twice. I get the level, I hit enter on the application. I'm putting in my blood sugar right now, 110 milligrams per deciliter, and it's loaded. It loads the time, it loads the date, it loads what it was. And then with the Keto Mojo, same thing. I put the test strip in, a little drop of blood, it pops up with whatever my ketone level is. On the application on my phone, I hit enter, and then I load the Keto Mojo number, which is my ketone level in BHBs, into the phone, and it stores it. You can see all the data there that you can enter. I also enter my activity in there. Once a day I look at my watch and see if it's 45 minutes or an hour that I walk that day. I'll also enter that here in My Sugar app. And the other great feature is that it will also track carbs. So I put the carbs that I have at each meal. So if it's 3, 6, 10, whatever amount of carbs I'm eating for the meal. I put my insulin amounts that I'm taking before I eat a meal. So I check blood sugar, take my insulin, and then have my meal, and it tracks all that over time. So another great feature is that it will let you look at the last 7 days or the last 14 days or the last 30 days and show you the average of all your numbers, important numbers. So for me, that would be the blood glucose level average, the deviation, highs and lows, how much insulin I've taken on average, how many carbs I've had on average for the last day, how much activity. And then the other awesome thing about this is I can print out a report that I can take to my doctor every 3 months, and it lists every day, it lists my blood sugar levels, what I've had to eat, how many carbs, all the critical data. It's right there. You can see every single day and track how my blood sugar was for that day. So that's going to make my endocrinologist very happy, I'm sure. So again, this app's called My Sugar, and it's a free app. There is a paid feature if you want to be able to download all that data that you can print or email to your doctor or just view for yourself. I think it was $24 for a year, which to me is well worth it. But if you don't need that, again, the app's free. Great device, easy to use, tons of data. You wouldn't think you actually put that much data in, but it's incredible. So that's the review for all of the equipment and apps that I use. I love them, they're great, they're easy to use, And in a future episode, I'll have more details and show some of the more in-depth features and reporting that comes out of those apps. I'll do that in an episode pretty soon because I use those almost every day for myself just for tracking purposes. So again, thanks for watching and look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.